From competing with Barbie to creating a Holocaust camp. Yep, you heard that right. LEGO has made some pretty bad decisions, which led to them eventually banning these sets. Well, this sounds fun. Let's dive right into it. So, remember pod racing? I loved it to the core. It was amazing in the movie. It was also amazing in the game as well. But what wasn't so amazing was the set created by LEGO. They looked horrendous. I mean, they couldn't create an actual representation of the pod. They are just too detailed. All they were able to do was make a pixelated version of them in the shape of LEGO. Hence, these weren't very much accepted, which is why LEGO had to cancel these eventually. Okay, please just look at them. They look so horrible. I mean, for a company that is as big as LEGO, and for them to make such bad characters, I just can't accept it. Today, we'll focus on the window licker controversy LEGO created. Apparently, they released a character that was termed window licker by them, which, if you guys don't know, is a slang word that is offensive towards people with mental disabilities. This created an outrage in the LEGO community, eventually leading to LEGO canceling this character. This is one of the things LEGO released when it was on the verge of bankruptcy. They just wanted to get something out there, something that would change their game. So they decided to make a superhero called Jackstone, whose superpowers were just doing simple tasks, like regular city tasks and nothing special. I mean, literally all of those sets that included Jackstone were just him either putting out a fire or some other random tasks. Kind of underwhelming, don't you think? Well, this is why this eventually got canceled as well. Next up on our list, we have a LEGO set featuring Iron Man, a well-loved superhero, as well as the iconic villain Mandarin. Overall, the set is great, but LEGO thought we wouldn't notice the strange vehicle they gave Mandarin. It's so weird looking, it completely takes away the villain aspect of Mandarin. I mean, just look at this abomination of a car this is. So the backlash was only fair, which resulted in this set being taken off the shelves. This next LEGO set is from the time of early 2000s, when LEGO wasn't really famous and was struggling financially, so they were trying their best to hold on to the little bit of fame they had by jumping on the trends going around. Few of the trends worked in their favor, like LEGO Star Wars and such, but LEGO Galador was something that wasn't for them. This was based on a kids show that used to air on Fox. LEGO Galador included action figurines and Legos. It was awful, so not their style, and it didn't turn out well at all. The next LEGO set on our list is a sight to behold, and not for the reasons you may be thinking. This bunny wasn't created by joining up some random LEGO pieces a kid found lying around. Instead, this is from an official LEGO set. This absolute abomination of a bunny makes me feel emotions of absolute disappointment and rage. Maybe it had potential if it weren't for the weird proportions, the long feet, the worn face, and the teeth. You know what, forget it. It didn't have a chance. For the next LEGO set on our lists, let's go back in time. When LEGO released the normal-looking construction set, it didn't seem controversial at all, just your normal everyday construction set. Seemed like nothing could go wrong, right? Until one dad named Josh Stearns bought this set and noticed some weird stickers on it, saying, "Hey babe." The stickers clearly depicting the construction workers catcalling. Now, the dad thought that it was highly inappropriate for kids to think that this is funny or normal in any sense. So naturally, the dad was really offended by it and he posted about this specific sticker online. And it got some serious attention that LEGO had to respond. They sent him not one but 2 emails regarding his complaint. But eventually they did cancel this set too. Now next up, we have a LEGO Clone Wars Twilight. Now this particular set we're talking about is based on episode 8, which we all know wasn't very liked. I have a feeling this set got the backlash because of how the movie was received at the box office. When this set was released, people not only complained about the price tag of the set, but they also mentioned how ugly the set looked, which eventually led to LEGO taking it off the shelf entirely. Personally though, if you ask me, the set looked okay. I think LEGO captured all the intricacies of the design of the ship, and it was pretty decent for a LEGO adaptation of the set ship. I even have seen posts on Reddit where people are seeing it as one of the precious collector items. Anyway, next up, we have a set dating back to 2011, when LEGO was in the era of releasing exciting new Star Wars set, one of which was the Jabba's Place. This set was uncannily similar to a mosque in Turkey called Jami al-Kabir. This sparked a huge controversy with people from the Turkish Cultural Society in Austria. This argument became huge because the minaret in the set had a machine gun, and we all know about the existing controversy of terrorism in the Middle East. LEGO eventually discontinued the set, saying it had completed its time, but we all know the real reason. LEGO also had a marketing deal with Shell, one of the largest oil companies in the world, which is the reason you would see a lot of petrol sets with the Shell branding on them. It was all fun and games until 2014, when a company named Greenpeace started a protest campaign against LEGO because of this partnership. The company said that LEGO is promoting this oil company by having this deal and featuring the brand in so many of their sets, and they should stop doing it because oil companies are destroying our climate and wildlife. Eventually, because of a pretty emotional video released by Greenpeace, which featured a lot of LEGO characters and animals drowning in oil, LEGO had to ban these sets too. The next item on our list is about Spider-Man. Now, out of all the things you can imagine as a kid regarding Spider-Man, I think him being on a dirt bike would be the last thing you'd imagine. But I guess LEGO never thought of it and went along with it. They actually created a Spider-Man figurine on a dirt bike, which is awfully hilarious. Imagine Spider-Man fighting crime on a dirt bike while he can clearly swing around the city, which is like way faster. I can't even comprehend Spider-Man fighting the Vulture on this bike. I mean, that would have been okay if he was in a desert, but in the city. Needless to say, this particular toy from LEGO was not very well accepted by literally anyone, so they had to eventually cancel it, and sadly, we won't ever see Spider-Man on a dirt bike ever again. LEGO during the late 1990s was on the brink of bankruptcy, desperately trying to stay relevant, thus made some really bad decisions. One of those bad decisions was Snap, which as you can see already was badly designed, especially for the 90s when toys held a lot of importance. LEGO obviously released the series in response to another toy company, K'NEX, which released a similar line of mechanical toys. Now, K'NEX toys were meant to create vehicles and were cool too, while on the other hand, the LEGO Snap wasn't elaborate enough for vehicles and focused more on the architectural side, even though the sets were marketed and intended to be vehicles. This obviously made LEGO a really bad competitor for K'NEX, and these sets were simply taken off the shelf, fueling even more into LEGO's bankruptcy. In the early days, LEGO had a huge problem. Mostly boys were fond of LEGOs and girls weren't that interested. Due to which, LEGO tried to do something different to target that audience of girls during the 70s. However, they failed to do so. What I'm referring to is the Scala sets LEGO released back in the 70s. These sets were not received well for obvious reasons because they were so different from the standard LEGO sets, as you can see, and they were trying so hard to compete with the Barbie toys, but sadly they failed here as well, just like Snap, and these sets were eventually called off too. Okay, this is where I think LEGO seriously messed up. In 2020, LEGO released a series of sets called Technic, which consisted of different vehicles having motorized functions. But the problem came when LEGO broke its own rule of not making any military-related equipment, as the Osprey is a military-used vehicle. Although LEGO talked a lot about it publicly that the vehicle is intended for search and rescue and all that didn't play well in LEGO's favor because this particular aircraft is never used for search and rescue. No matter how much they tried to defend it, they had to take this military and LEGO partnership off the shelf. So back in 1996, an artist named Zbigniew Libera called LEGO and asked them for a specific set of pieces. However, little did they know what the artist was cooking in his mind, and eventually, using the bricks LEGO provided, he created a set that, in my opinion, is the most controversial set ever. He created a concentration camp from the Holocaust time, with an accurate depiction of what went on during that time. It included skeletons, execution chambers, gas chambers, and literally anything wrong you can think of was included. This obviously made LEGO scared of the backlash it was going to put on them, but the artist responded to the controversy that it wasn't made to promote or depict anything, it's just work of art. However, LEGO still tried to censor the set somehow, or try to take it back from the artist so that it doesn't get publicity, but eventually it gained a lot of attention and did get regarded as indeed work of art. And Libera's works can now be viewed at the Museum of Modern Art in Warsaw, Poland. Anyway, I guess it's enough internet for me today, so let's wrap this up. What do you think? Let us know what was the biggest LEGO fail in your opinion in the comments down below. And as for everything else, don't forget to drop us a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome LEGO content like this on your feed. As always, thanks for watching. Peace!